And welcome back to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I am your host, Pep Fernandez. Now, if you love high school football, well, you don't have to wait until the fall to see some high school football games because this spring, in the city of San Bernardino, they're one of the school districts and schools that are bringing girls flag football, which is now a CIF sport. So what they did was they had a big camp at San Bernardino High School featuring all the schools playing girls flag football this spring. You can see Cajon there, and we'll see a bunch of other teams. There's San Gorgonio, for example. So what they did was they had a big clinic with some professional girls flag football players and a bunch of the high school football head coaches like Nick Rogers at Cajon, Chris Chaddick at Indian Springs, Sean Collins at San Bernardino. We're going to hear from those guys in just a moment, but they brought out their girls flag football teams to run through some drills, get a little more acclimated to the sport, some of the finer tunes and the drills that you want to do to get ready for flag football. So they went through all those sorts of things. It was put on by my good friend Greg Bell and the LA Rams. They were heavily involved as well as they're trying to be good ambassadors of this sport, which is now, again, a CIF sport, girls flag football. So the way the season will work, it'll be 5 weeks long, and each team will play 2 games each Friday night. So there'll be one location. You play 2 games for 5 weeks, and at the end of the season, they're actually going to have a championship game for girls flag football. So that's very exciting. We had a chance to talk to some of the players about why they came out for girls flag football this season.
Well, I've always liked doing sports, like growing up and just playing football with my brothers. But there always hasn't been like a girls team, so I've always had to be with the boys. And it's like, it's cool and all, but it's better being connected more with girls. And when Coach Collins told me they were having a flag football team, I was like, hey, I gotta come out. So I heard, I was like, oh, I called all my friends. I was like, you joining? You joining? Yeah, let's go. Yes, of course. I'm actually looking really forward to it because, like I mentioned earlier, I've been playing with my friends. And we've done several sports together, so we have that kind of like that bond. So we're like, okay, let's do another sport together.
Originally, I have weight room as a class, and my coach was talking about tryouts. And, let's see what I could do. So I tried out, persevered through the extended running, and then I ended up making the team. What I love about it is just the energy that comes with, If you're having a really bad day, failed a test that day, you could go ahead and go out, get past your defender and just go up for that goal, and it just brings up a whole lot of happiness for you.
As we mentioned, we saw some of the high school head coaches out there. There's Chris Chaddick from Indian Springs as they're helping the girls flag football programs launch at their individual schools. And again, they're starting this here in the spring, and it's now a CIF sport, so more and more schools will be adding girls flag football. Not all the schools have it right now, but I would say almost all or a majority of the schools in San Bernardino will have girls flag football teams. In fact, when I was out there at the camp, all the schools were represented, and the head coaches are excited about this season.
Oh man, I just think it's pretty rad. It's pretty awesome. It's a groundbreaking situation, and as a person that has girls myself, I love to see women's equity in sports, see them doing things, finding other avenues, possibly to college, getting to play another sport, and then even when they go to the games on the Friday nights, just having a better understanding, and that's always awesome. There are standards, and you can hold them to a high standard, and you can teach them. They're perfectly capable of learning. We've got a great group of girls, very, very smart young women, and they've been catching on great. And we've got the players coaching them. I got Nemo Neal here, who's like all-league guy, and Peyton Clark, our quarterback here. He's doing the offense. Nemo's going to be helping me out with the defense. So we got the whole student body involved, as well as the girls. We actually have 14 girls that signed up. Some are at nationals for cheerleading this weekend. So hey, go Indian cheerleading team, way to go! And we got a couple making up softball games and such. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting times.
Yeah, it's all new, you're trying to compete because we also have Powder Puff going on at our school too, so trying to find girls that want to do Powder Puff, who wants to do this, and so it was a little bit of a challenge, but we got some girls that are excited about it. They've been great teammates and fun to coach. It's 2 games on a rotating schedule, so different areas. All the games will be hosted at that one area, so they're I think 30-minute games. I'm not 100% sure. We're trying to get all the rules kind of situated because it's still the stuff coming in from CIF's new. We're just going to kind of follow that through the season. No, it's all new. It's something I think. But the key was we're all in the same situation, so nobody's really sure on that part. So we're kind of waiting for the direction on that, and then we'll start putting in a playbook.
There's enough to field a team. I think it's I want to say it's 5-on-5. So, we haven't had a problem there. The only thing that we're running into, and I'm sure all the schools are running into, is like we got girls playing, running track and playing softball and stuff like that. So when we get them all, we work with them, and that's pretty much it. Like, we're all trying to figure it out as we go. It's like kind of like, all right, well, this works. This probably will not work. So let's just throw it up against the wall and see what sticks. Oh, they enjoy it, man. They love it. Like, usually they only get powder puff, so they're excited. So they're like, it's double the football for them. So they're pretty fired up about it. All that kind of football stuff, football movements.
And we will have much more on some of these girls flag football games coming up on future Sports Weeklies here on IEMG. In the meantime, make sure you subscribe to the IE Media Group YouTube channel so you don't miss any of these Sports Weekly segments or the next time we go live with a local game. In fact, we have a county clash coming up between Beaumont and Cajon on April 22nd. My name is Pep Fernandez. We'll see you next time on Sports Weekly on IEMG.